Hello everyone, how you doing? And welcome back to the channel. And I have a question before we start today's video. Do you own any of these? If you own any of these video games, well, I've got some advice for you. Fucking bin them. Throw them away. You don't need them. You just don't need them. These things are ruining your life. You may not know it right now, but they are categorically destroying everything you know and love. They are absolutely ruining your life. And if you don't believe me, well, I guess you're not a common viewer of Good Morning America. I really hope my game's okay. I didn't mean to throw it that hard. This is my second recording, and the first one didn't go down too well. Any of these, because if you do, that made a really loud noise. I didn't mean to do that. It's 5 in the morning and I've probably woken up my flatmates. But yeah, if you're not a fan of Good Morning America, CNN, you know, your favourite media shows, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. You see, in recent times, video games have been blamed for a lot in America, whether it's child obesity, mass shootings in schools, Logan Paul's hairline, they've basically been blamed for the entire lot. And lately a new video game has popped up in the industry, and this game has basically taken the entire world by storm, and that game is this.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Dr. Sheep, and today I'm going to be showcasing how you can actually have sex in Minecraft with the NPCs in the game.
Oh shit, sorry, wrong game, I meant this.
5 Fortnite YouTubers who've sworn.
Yeah, apparently that's real. Apparently a real functioning human being made that video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've heard of Fortnite at this point. It's fundamentally taking over the internet, and that's not even an exaggeration. Everywhere I go on the internet, wherever it's Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Fortnite is pretty much everywhere at this point. And it's basically ruining people's lives. It's incrementing itself into your brains. It's practically absorbing your child's life force. Well, according to Good Morning America anyway.
Video games are facing some new scrutiny this morning. President Trump has announced he's meeting with video game executives next week to discuss violent content following the deadly Florida school shooting. This is a new game called Fortnite.
Yes, this is real. This is actual human beings discussing the differentiations between mass school shootings and violence in Fortnite. So basically, if your IQ is above the level of 4, you'll probably be able to comprehend that this story is complete batshit fucking crazy. So basically, Good Morning America uploaded a video onto their YouTube channel after a live broadcast titled "What Parents Should Know About the Online Survival Game Fortnite." And you can tell it pretty much went down well with everyone. It only got 1,000 dislikes and 100 likes. It's a pretty good record. It's not as bad as my Zoella videos, so well done lads. But I thought we would take a look at this video from our lovely friends over at Good Morning in America, because that's what we like to do at this channel. We like to have a conversation. Before we start, let's go for the old lotteroni. I do love a lottery, and this lottery particularly with 3 possibilities. Possibility number 1, the show is hosted by a bunch of middle-aged men and a bunch of middle-aged women who basically seem to be some sub-form of humans and robots. Possibility number 2, they get some form of expert on to discuss the in-depth parts of video games, you know, the people that don't actually play video games. And possibility number 3, robot humans try to relate with us. Now I haven't even fully watched this video, but I'm pretty confident that it's going to happen. In fact, I'm more than sure. I'm willing to put money on the line. I'm not, because AdSense is pretty shit, but I'm pretty confident we're going to do it. So let's take a look at this video from Good Morning America.
Our GMA cover story, a parenting alert about a popular video game so many kids are playing.
That's right, Robin. Video games are facing some new scrutiny this morning.
You just know none of these people have witnessed, let alone even know what a video game is. Just look at the background. It's just dudes in suits and women in dresses. This guy probably thinks Fortnite is a fucking cereal, let alone a video game. I don't understand why they do these massive talk shows about video games, but they don't actually get anyone in the audience that plays games. Anyway, let's just continue.
President Trump has announced he's meeting with video game executives next week to discuss violent content following the deadly Florida school shooting. This is a new game called Fortnite.
So this is probably one of the most frustrating arguments I've ever witnessed, and I've witnessed a lot of dense shit, especially on YouTube. I've witnessed Jake Paul's comment section, but this tops it off. I've played Call of Duty for over 10 years. I've played Modern Warfare 2, where one of the missions was to go into an airport and massacre every single person in the airport. But the thing is, lads, the wonderful thing is, I've never actually, and never will, go into an airport and massacre a bunch of people, because 1, I'm not a fucking moron, 2, I'm not a terrorist, and 3, I'm not that much of a fucking dense idiot to get influenced by a video game, which is clearly fictional. To me, this is just a massive excuse to cover up for the lack of support in mental health. Oh, and probably that thing called background checks on people buying military level weaponry such as AR-15. Maybe that would help out these massive spikes in violence in America, but who knows? But you know, purchasing AR-15s with no background checks, having a lack of support in mental health, they're all minor issues, lads. They're all minor issues. The main problem in the world is Fortnite. Fortnite is the reason schools get shot up, I'm promising you. Yeah, that game where you get dropped off in a cartoon world from a flying bus, in the world where you can also randomly build shit in the air. That is the reason there's mass shootings in America.
Is drawing millions of players, and some parents are worrying their kids are spending way too much time at the controls.
What a suggestion to that is being a good parent and telling your kids to go outside instead of creating a shitty news report.
The multiplayer Melee drawing comparisons to blockbuster franchise The Hunger Game.
Wait, what? Since when? I've never, ever heard somebody compare Fortnite to the Hunger Games. I'm pretty sure there's not a video titled Top 5 YouTubers who have swore in Hunger Games. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. But maybe, just maybe, the media are comparing a popular game to a film which includes lots of murder and violence in to kind of spring it around onto adults that actually have no idea what Fortnite is. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here.
With millions of users, from kids to even celebrities like Chance the Rapper, Joe Jonas, and Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster.
Whoa, look at all these cool celebrities playing video games. Yeah, I love gaming, I love nacho cheese, I love Doritos and Mountain Dew. I saw Ben Affleck playing Fortnite and I thought, whoa, that's so wacky. Maybe I should try out this cool, hip, new trend. Fortnite. I love that the media seem to believe that people that are playing Fortnite actually have some form of care for celebrities.
Over 40 million people in America play this game, so the crazy part is, chances are you know somebody who's enjoying it.
We have a winner on number 3. They get some sort of expert on to discuss the problems of video games. You know, the person that actually has never played a video game in his life is the expert. You think this bald fuck plays Fortnite? No, he's probably sat in his mum's basement crying that he's working for Good Morning America.
For some parents, Fortnite's popularity is now a cause for concern.
I mean, I just love this game. It's great.
What the fuck? Look at these kids. They look like spawns of Satan. Look at that smile. This kid's on crack or something. Like they are forcing him to say this. They are absolutely forcing him. If you're okay, you can contact my channel. We can have an interview because you look like you're being forced to say it. It's not that they've got a gun to the head and they're saying, you fucking say shit about this game. You tell people this game's ruining your life. If you don't tell people this game's ruining your life, we're gonna cancel your RuneScape membership. They've always got to throw in some 9-year-old kid to show, yeah, we're relatable, we're like the kids, we're down with the kids, we're playing video games. When most of the time, most people playing Fortnite are around the age of 18 to 20.
Amy Selling says her kids are so caught up in the game, she sometimes won't see them for hours after school.
They downloaded it around November, December. Around that time, I guess that's when they slowly started to disappear.
If you're that worried, turn their games console off. You are their parent. You have the right to do that. Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Because it seems that all these parents on this show have completely forgotten that they're parents and they are in charge of their own children and they have responsibility to take care of their own children. Am I missing something? Has some rules just changed in the last year? Because I'm pretty sure as a parent you're meant to stop your kid from playing too many video games.
She wrote about her experience in a blog titled How I Lost My Children to Fortnite. The post garnering big response from other parents across the country.
Do I really need to explain anything here? Like, honestly, does people not understand how dumb this shit is? And I'm not trying to sound like a dick here, but who actually reads blogs?
Everyone's sort of struggling with the same thing. How much time do we let our children actually play this where they're not fighting and they think they've had enough time and I'm not the bad guy?
You're a fucking parent. Do your job and be a parent.
Just this year, in a controversial decision, the World Health Organization officially recognized gaming disorder as a mental health issue.
Oh God, oh no. Oh, I didn't think it would happen. But MOG has actually become a thing. Gaming disorder. I have about 3,000 hours of playing time on RuneScape. Do I have gaming disorder? Lads, when we say we want help for people suffering mental illness, we don't mean create some new bullshit mental illness to do with video game disorder. That's called addiction. Yes, that is something to do with your mental health. But that doesn't mean you have to go and create an entire new mental illness. When we're saying we want people to help people with mental illness, we're talking about depression, anxiety. There are so many actual mental illnesses out there which don't have help. And that's actually why most mass shootings are happening, because these kids, these teenagers are not going through good times and their heads are just not right. It's pretty simple stuff. I'm a YouTuber and even I know that. When I think of gaming disorder, I think of fucking Boogie 298.
Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath.
Fellas. I think I have gaming disorder. Please help. Please send the doctor.
The beauty of video games is they're moving from being solo experiences to more social experiences that invite people to come together and bond over a shared positive activity.
You mean multiplayer games? Multiplayer games have been around for over 15 years. And in fact, games have been becoming more social in the last 10 years. And Nintendo Wii is a perfect example of that. It came out over 10 years ago. I don't understand where this new trend is coming from. You could tell that they pretty much have no fucking idea what they're talking about. They're acting like Fortnite is this revolutionary new game genre. I'm pretty sure Battle Royales have been around for years. I'm pretty sure DayZ was massive 5 years ago. Battle Royales aren't new, and addiction to games aren't new. Addiction to gaming has been around since the 1970s.
To further the discussion, let's bring in clinical and sports psychologist Dr. Jonathan Fader.
We have a winner. The entire new show is broadcasted by a middle-aged man and a woman who appear to be somewhat of a robot or human. There's pretty much no teenagers here, no kids here, and I'm pretty sure that woman there thinks that Fortnite is basically a new flavor of crisps. But let's go see what the experts think of Fortnite.
From a clinical perspective, what makes this game different than any other games that we've seen before, and how does it affect the brain?
Listen, when you mentioned Fortnite here in the studio, there were people high-fiving. I saw a bunch of teenagers in the studio high-fiving. This is a viral game.
Yo, bro, you played Fortnite? Yeah, bro, let's smoke some weed. High five. That didn't happen. It didn't happen, did it, mate? If I went round to somebody in my town in Lincolnshire and said, yo, man, do you play Fortnite? I'd probably get punched in the face, if I'm being honest with you. If I went up to a random homeless bloke and said, hey, man, do you like playing Fortnite? Do you like playing PUBG? He'd probably mug me. I'm being straight up honest.
How much playing time is too much time? Parents want to know, what limits do we set?
If you're a parent and you're relying on companies that focus on mental health in video games, put your kid up for adoption. No, in fact, put yourself up for adoption as well, because you need somebody to look after you. If you can't work out that you just need to tell your kids to turn off the game's console, you need some form of helping out here.
Homer Simpson had a great quote. To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
We have a full house. We have a complete full house. The robot humans try to be relatable with the Homer Simpson jokes.
It's so hard. I mean, my kids play video games, and what I do is I play with them. I want to see what they're doing. I want to get in and, I want
to see what my kid's doing. I don't want my kid to have a childhood. I want to be around my kid all the time. That doesn't sound creepy at all. I just want to watch my kid play video games. I want to be invested because I didn't have a childhood, and I don't want my kid to have one.
Because my kids use all of those devices for their schoolwork. And so like, Mom, I'm doing schoolwork. So I always say you have to have a door open, and I have to hear, you can't have the headphones on, because if you hear that play happening, then you know. Because they're just behind the screen, like, I'm doing my essay.
Easy prevention there, lads. Go look at his screen. Walk a meter and look at his screen to see if he's playing Fortnite. Honestly though, the rest of this video is these experts analysing playing time with children and Fortnite, and I'm just wondering to myself, why was this a thing? I'm tired of media companies constantly blaming video games on everything, blaming it on mass shootings for fuck's sake. Even companies such as CNN, some of the most dogshit news in the world, saying stuff like this. If a possible mass shooter wants to hone his craft, don't hand him with a virtual boot camp. Lads, I've played FIFA for 15 years, and I'm not a professional footballer yet, so for some reason, I think playing Call of Duty doesn't make somebody a trained military expert. But I'm gonna end this video by saying, stop blaming video games on absolutely everything. Focus on the actual issues out there. There is a clear mental health issue out there, and it needs more help and more support and more money put into it. Video games, sadly lads, aren't the problem. Thank you for watching the video, but before I end it, I want to thank my Patreons. Big thank you to Lord Oceanus, Leslie, Christian, Cubeson, Ghoster, Chantal, Devin, James, Money Too Smooth, Michelle, Quack, Dora, Sophie, Joe, Ali, Cryptic Rhymes, Anna, Budger Badger, I Don't Know Brian, Cole, Creepypasta Rob, Zero Files, Majestic Rockstar. You guys are absolute heroes. There's a Patreon video out tomorrow just for the Patreons, and some new things have been added to the Patreon, such as the private Discord server is now available for every Patreon. And if you want to go donate, the links are in the description. I appreciate all the support. If you've got to follow me at Twitter at iNabber where you can tweet me and interact with me, yeah, the link is in the description, and my Instagram at iNabber also in the description, and my Snapchat, Discord, everything else is in the description. But thank you for watching, people. I'll see you tomorrow.